Hello, this is Michael Halper with Sales Scripter, and in this video, we're going to talk about the key to a great cold call script. Now, this key concept that we're going to drill into, you may already think about or try to incorporate, or it might be something that you think you don't really need to worry about. But whatever the case, I would encourage you to stay with us because this key step is fairly small, but it can have a huge impact. And you'll see that at the end of this video where I show a cold call script, and you'll be able to see how this small change creates a much more powerful and more likely successful cold call script. So this key ingredient is when you are cold calling or you're creating a cold call script to stop, take a step back and think about what is the audience that I'm communicating to? What is the target individual that I'm reaching out to? And by identifying what that is, that can allow you to tailor your message and your cold call script for that individual. And with the process that I'm going to show you here, it will show you how this will take you to the next level. And so what I'm talking about here is to take a step back and think about who are the different people that I cold call and putting those into different groups and trying to identify what are some details around that target buyer. For example, are you cold calling businesses or consumers or individuals? You might separate the different audiences that you communicate to in terms of size by looking at their revenue or income or their number of employees or the number of sites. Maybe it makes sense to separate them in terms of geography. Maybe you sell into different industries. These are definitely different audiences. Each industry is a different audience in terms of their interests and what they're dealing with and the challenges that they're facing. You can likely cold call and interact with different departments in an organization, and each of those different departments could be a different audience. And inside of each of those departments are different levels. And when you cold call those different levels, those could be different audiences. And so when you look at these different categories and ways to divide the people that you talk to, you could take a step of creating a unique cold call script for some of these different groups. And I'll show you an easy way to do that and why that can be extremely helpful. Before we do that, let's take a step back and think about what the traditional sales approach is. And I often refer to this as product selling. So a traditional salesperson might communicate to a prospect in the way where they say, this is the company I work for, this is who I'm with, this is what we sell, this is what it includes, this is what it does, this is how it's packaged and priced. Do you need what I sell? So this is what I would call product selling. Now, actually, if you do product selling, you don't need to worry about the target audience as much, because when you change from one industry to another, when you're just talking about the company that you work for and the product that you sell, you can pretty much say the same thing to everybody. So it's not really that important or helpful to take a step back and think about who am I communicating with. But if you use a more sophisticated consultative selling approach, which is what our approach is, it kind of starts with, instead of talking about what you sell, you focus on the improvements that what you sell can make for the person you're talking to, the problems that you can make go away, asking good questions to see if the prospect needs what you sell, if they have the pain points and challenges that your product or service can help make go away. And then after you talk about all of that, then you might introduce what you sell as a solution to those needs and problems, introducing who you work for and details about your company, sharing a customer example where you've solved these problems by providing your product as a solution. And with our approach, the goal is to focus on starting conversations as opposed to trying to get a new customer or validate an interest and need in what we sell every time we communicate with the prospect. Now, with our approach, if you're focusing on improvements and pain points and questions to ask, those can change when you change the audience that you're communicating with. And let me show you an example of that. It starts with the product that you sell. And so I'm going to use a demonstration product here of actually our product, which is our Sales Scripter software. And I'll just outline 3 features of the Sales Scripter software, which is a sales message builder, a sales playbook, CRM, and email automation. Now, if I was just in product selling mode, I would just go out and talk to every prospect about these details. The company is Sales Scripter, the product is Sales Scripter, and it includes this. But we're going to try to push beyond that and go to the next level. And to do that, we're going to outline the benefits that this product and these features provide to our customers. Now, it can be challenging to think about, okay, I sell this, but how does it help my customers? So to help help with that, we have this tool here, which is these 7 categories of common ways that most products and services help the customers that we sell to. And so what you sell usually will help to make something work better, make something easier, decrease the amount of time it takes to do something, increase revenue or income, decrease costs or expenses, decrease the risk, improve the visibility to information or access to information. So regardless of what you sell, you can often look at these 7 categories and think about, okay, my product, does it help in any of these areas? Or this feature, does it help in with this? And so if we go through the features of Sales Scripter one by one, we can think about the sales message builder. Will it help in any of these ways? And yes, well, it can help our reps to know what to say and ask. Okay, do the sales scripts help in any way? Well, if our salespeople have sales scripts, or if we have a sales script, it can help to build more interest. And all of that added up can help us to generate more leads. So this is what I would consider a very broad sales message that we could communicate out to everybody. But watch what happens if we take this key step of trying to incorporate the target audience that we're cold calling and creating a tailored cold call script. So what I'm going to do here is, in between these steps, I'm going to add a step of trying to stop to think about who is our target audience? Who are we cold calling? And should our cold call script look a little different for this audience? And for this demonstration, I'm going to use a target audience of sales trainers. Now, we could sell Sales Scripter, all of these tools, to salespeople, and they use it for themselves, or maybe a VP of sales uses it for an organization. But a group of people that also buy our product are sales trainers. And this audience is very different from salespeople. And to show you that, let's go back to these 7 categories. And if we think about the product of Sales Scripter and go back through these categories of what do we help to make work better for sales trainers and keeping the product exactly the same, these benefits actually completely change. So for sales trainers, we make it easier to teach new reps what to say. For sales trainers, we help to decrease new hire ramp-up time. For sales trainers, we help to get reps selling more. So even though sales trainers and salespeople both purchase and use the software of Sales Scripter, their interests and the way we help them is totally different. A salesperson does not care how easy or difficult it is to teach other salespeople and to train new sales hires, but a sales trainer does. And our product delivers that different benefit to that particular individual. And with this, we can create a tailored cold call script. And here's that process that I just showed you here. Our process to create your sales message actually goes beyond that, with the next step being, okay, if you deliver those improvements, what pain points or problems do those improvements make go away? From that, you can then brainstorm a set of questions to ask. For each pain point that you help to solve, there could be a question to see if the prospect has that particular pain point. And then you can wrap up with organizing a customer example. That's actually our sales message creation process. When you go through each of those steps using our process, you actually end up creating what we call building blocks. So you end up having a benefits building block, a pain points building block, a questions building block, and you can use all of those building blocks to mix and match to create your cold call script. Now, if you're not familiar with our process of creating your sales message and you want to learn more about that, you can actually get that on YouTube. If you go to our channel, then the playlist, The Smart Sales System, Sell Smarter, Not Harder, Module 3 takes you through a process that you can follow to create your own sales message, and that will help you to create your building blocks, and you can use your building blocks to create your cold call script. Now, I just want to wrap up by showing you the impact of this. And what I've done is I've taken our sales message for selling Sales Scripter to sales trainers, and I just want to flip through this real quick to show you how having a tailored cold call script can make your cold call much more powerful. And so just to flip through this real quick introduction, opening with the value proposition. Reason for the call is we help sales trainers to make it easier to teach new reps what to say, decrease new hire ramp up time, but I'm not sure if you're needing to improve those areas, and that's why I'm reaching out. If I could ask you real quick, how difficult is it to teach new sales hires what to say? How do you feel about the amount of time it takes to train new reps? Some current state questions. Do you use any kind of sales script or sales playbook in your training? Do you use any formal sales training process in your new sales hire onboarding? Do you guys subscribe to any type of sales methodology? If you don't find any needs with your questions and you can share some pain points, okay, well, it sounds like you guys are doing pretty good. A lot of sales trainers that we work with, it can be difficult teaching their reps, what to say and getting their reps on message. It can often take a long time to get reps ramped up and producing and independent. Are you concerned about any of those? Hopefully, through all of that, you found a reason to talk more. Before you close for talking more, you can share some details about how you can solve their needs. And, a quick example, we actually recently worked with another sales trainer at a large software company, and they were having difficulty getting their reps to learn the pitch. And we helped to solve that by providing our sales scripter software and our sales system. This not only helped them to get their reps to know what to say and ask when they were prospecting, but ultimately it helped them to decrease their sales staff turnover by 40%. But you know what? I've called you out of the blue. I'm not sure if this is a good time to talk about this. What I'd like to do is schedule you for a brief 15, 20-minute call where I can share some examples of how I've helped other sales trainers to make it easier to teach reps what to say and decrease the ramp-up time. Are you available on Tuesday or Thursday morning, or are you available right now? And so as you can see, I could certainly use those general broad sales scripter benefits and broad sales scripter pain points when calling a sales trainer. But by tailoring that message to talk about the training program and the onboarding and the things that the sales trainer cares about, I can improve my ability to get their attention, to establish the call, to generate a lead. And over a large volume of calls, that small change will increase your results and take you to the next level. Okay, that's pretty much it. Hopefully you found a tip in there that will be helpful to you. And if you did and you want to return the favor, very easy for you to do. Simply like, comment, share this video, subscribe to our channel. Any of those help us and none of those cost you anything. If you like these tips, you may want to follow us. We post daily sales tips on these platforms every day. If you like this and you want more, everything I've shared with you here today is part of the SMART sales system. SMART stands for sales messaging and response tactics. And the key concept that we talked about here today of building a message that targets a particular audience is part of the SMART sales system. We call it a system because it's a 3-level system that you can actually implement for yourself or for your sales team, with the foundation being creating that sales message. Once you have your sales message, you can use those building blocks to create your cold call script. I basically showed you that here in this video, where I went through the process to create the message for sales trainers, and I used those blocks to create the script that I showed you. And then level 3 is kind of the how to use that cold call script that I showed you, how to do cold emailing, how to get around objections. If you want to learn the SMART sales system and implement it, the great news is that you can do it for free on YouTube. All you have to do is go to this playlist, the SMART sales system, sell smarter, not harder. And there's a module that will take you each step of the way. The reason why we give that away for free on YouTube is because all of this aligns with a product that we do sell called Sales Scripter. And Sales Scripter aligns with level 1 because there's an area of Sales Scripter called the Sales Message Builder that will make creating your sales message easier. And once you have your sales message in Sales Scripter, the software uses all those building blocks to create a whole library of documents. There's a library of email templates, cold call scripts, voicemail scripts, objection responses, and then the tool certainly aligns with level 3, providing full CRM and email automation. The upgrade from there would be certainly I'm available to provide consulting hours. I help clients to create their sales message, create their cold call script, help them with execution as well. If that's interesting, but you still don't know what to do, you may want to check out my book, The SMART Sales System, Sell Smarter, Not Harder. You can get a copy on Amazon here. Link will be in the description below. That's pretty much it. Hopefully this was helpful. And if you want more information, the best place for you to go is salescripter.com. If you want more tips, there are more videos, there are ebooks you can download for free. If you want more information on our product of Sales Scripter, there are plenty of demo videos on our website. If you want to contact us, you can get our email address, phone number. There's a chat window on our website. Thanks for being here. Hope this was helpful, and we'll see you on the next one. Have a great day. Take care. Bye.